video.
About what?
Just shut up. Just shut up. Oh, hi guys. It's Destiny. And I did have my previous channel, Dave L. You could watch that if you ever want to watch any of my old videos that are sucky. But I can actually upload videos now a little more because I'm on my phone instead of my computer, and my computer is a dipwad. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. My language is horrible. I have horrible slang. So yeah. So I'm just gonna start introducing myself as, hey guys, it's Destiny. I've never done that before. I've always been like, hey guys, it's Dave, because it's my favorite anime. It's my favorite character from an anime called Homestuck. I'm gonna talk about myself a little bit. The sunshine, oh the sunshine. I'm in the shade. But I'm Destiny. My full name is Destiny Michelle Capobianco, but my last name is getting changed to Drummond, so it's gonna be Destiny Michelle Drummond. Well, let's start with preschool. In preschool, my first year of preschool, I went to preschool 2 times. So my first year of preschool, let's see. I can't remember because it was in New York. All I remember is it was in a mall, so every day we'd go out to play with all these cool toys, and our teacher would always take us around the whole mall. That's all I remember. Let's try second year of preschool. Well, I went to Gerard TCAP, and so I don't remember anything. I just remember doing a lot of arts and crafts and getting yelled at by my teacher because I'd always do something. I guess I got yelled at by my teacher for... Oh god, I don't think I got yelled at by my teacher because I was such a goody. Okay, so I don't remember that. I remember getting yelled at by my teacher once for having an accident. That's about all. Let's see. First grade, I went to Niles, which all I can remember is I had this teacher who was really mean to me, okay? I was the best student ever, and I had this mean teacher, and she was really mean to me. I forget her name, but yeah, she took my scarf, and she still has it to this day. She never gave it back to me, and that was my favorite scarf. Okay, so let's talk about second grade. I went to Niles still. I had this teacher named Miss Six. Everybody thought of her as a mean teacher, but she's one of my favorite teachers. She taught me how to write neatly because my handwriting is neat. Yeah, I hate my handwriting, but I hate my hair too. Yeah, it's just all up in there like, hey, do my stuff. I am the Grudge. So yeah. And then there's, let's see, what was it? Her name was Miss Six, and yeah, she was my inspiration. She's like my favorite teacher. And then there was in third grade, I moved to Gerard with my mom because my mom decided to move me to Gerard with her because I was originally living with my dad and his ex-girlfriend. So I went to Gerard until third grade. In fourth grade, I'll tell you about third grade in a second, but in fourth grade, my dad broke up with his girlfriend, so yeah. But in third grade, I had this teacher named Miss Kepko. She was my second favorite teacher. She always would give me good grades, she'd always give me candy, and she always talked about her pug, and she gave it peanut butter. Okay, so then there's fourth grade. Fourth grade, I was older, blah, blah, blah. I had 2 different teachers. Fourth grade was the first year I had 2 different teachers. They were 2 of my favorite teachers in Gerard. In Niles, Miss Six is my favorite teacher. But in Gerard, I had Mrs. DiBernardi and Mrs. O'Neill. Mrs. O'Neill retired after that year, so I'm lucky because every time I always get an old teacher before they retire. I'll tell you about my 6th grade year, which was last year, and now I'm going into 7th grade. Okay, but yeah, so I remember having story time, and we'd basically sit around on a carpet and and Mrs. DiBernardi, who was my language arts and social studies teacher. So we'd sit around on a carpet, and she'd read us books. And Mrs. O'Neill, she was taught us math stuff and science stuff, basically. 5th grade, I had Miss Freeze and Miss Bell. And Miss Beltic, she was my language arts and social studies teacher. I didn't do so good that year. I was getting bad grades, and same for Mrs. Freeze. So 6th grade, which was this year, so I remember it really good. My classes were first period math for Mrs. Freeze and Mr. Tabor. I go to Niles Middle School. My first period was math for Mrs. Freeze, and Mr. Tabor would be the helper. Second period, Mr. Canary's science. Third period would be language arts, then lunch, and then I had Mr. Havrilla for language arts, so it was language arts for 5th and 6th, and then I'd move on to Mr. Hoover's social studies. And then for 7th period, which was 7th period, 8th period I had choir, which was Miss Chambers, and Miss Chambers was so nice to me. I was like her favorite student. And then 9th period, I had my special. So it was Mrs. Gladys computer class. Then the other Miss Freeze, they're not related. Art. And another thing, 4th through 5th grade, I was in advanced art class. So yeah, that's another thing. So art, and then gym from Mr. Howe, I think, or something like that. I forget. And then there was Mr. Zubik, who retired this year, and he's my health teacher. He was like one of the best teachers also. And then for 7th grade, I don't know what's going to happen because it's still summer. Basically, I am 12 years old. My favorite color is red and black. I go to Niles. So far as I know, I might go to a different school. I'm not sure. Actually, you know what? For 1st grade, I went to Howland. I remember nothing. That was the main teacher. Everything was right about. I just went to Howland. Then 2nd grade was Niles, and then half of 3rd grade, and then, yeah. Okay. Then half of 3rd grade, I went to Gerard. So I just thought of that, me going to Howland. So, basically, and then my favorite food is... I'm fat. Don't judge me. I don't know what my favorite food is. Probably spaghetti and meatballs. This is my cousin Shannon. My dad is Franklin Drummond. Or Padre. I call my daddy Padre. Don't judge me. I randomly like to say I like turtles. It's awkward for me. I just would sit there and everyone would be like, oh my god, I have so many problems in my life. And I'd just be like, and I like turtles. Go on. Yeah. And I'm a very awkward child. I like rock music, heavy metal, whatever people want to call it. And pop music. I like to sing, obviously, I'm in choir, and I wanted to join soccer and dance. So basically, that's a little about me. My first video on this channel. My first time on anything. You might see my friend Alexia in some videos, and I want you to like, subscribe, and comment to me, Markiplier, and Aerotherian at Markiplier. Let me just tell you that. Okay? That's all for right now. 8 minutes and 53 going on seconds. So bye guys. I don't know what to do. I usually just like sit there and be like, PewDiePie, Brofist. So I'm gonna stick to that. I like it, but I'm gonna do a half